Teen pregnancy has been a major issue over the past couple of years. Who among us doesn't know a family member, friend, or peer who is a teen parent? North County High School's class of 2009 consisted of about 300 students, which 11 already had a child or just found out they were expecting. You'd expect to hear news where everyone would be attending college. Instead, it's news about who is having a baby. For the next few minutes, I will provide you with information about teen pregnancy. First, I will explain the pregnancy rates and how they have increased. Next, I will tell you about the risks for the baby and the teen mother. I will explain the disadvantages a teen mom faces and the negative outcomes. Finally, I will tell you ways which we can lower high teen pregnancy rates and where teens can look for help and support. I will begin by explaining high teen pregnancy rates in the United States and why these rates continue to rise. According to a report by the National Center for Health Statistics, the teen birth rate increased 5% between the years 2005 and 2007. Teen pregnancy is becoming an epidemic in the United States. Health professionals suggest being more educated and informed on sexual activity and the use of contraceptives. Every year in the United States, more than 1 million girls under the age of 20 become pregnant. There are significantly more teenage pregnancies in the United States than all other developing countries, twice as high as in England or Canada, and 8 times as high as the Netherlands or Japan. About 82% of these pregnancies are not intended and unplanned, and about 42% of these pregnancies are aborted. Teen mothers account for 11% of all births in the United States. Sexual activity is a major factor in the amount of high pregnancy rates. Nearly half of all 15 to 18-year-olds in the United States had sex at least once. Teens are experiencing sexual activity at a very young age and are nowhere near being mature enough to have a baby. The median age for first intercourse is 16-year-old for boys and 17-year-old for girls. These young teens are at risk for unwanted pregnancy. Teenage girls with older male partners are more likely to be sexually active, less likely to use contraceptives, and more likely to face unwanted pregnancies. Some of the factors that increase sexual activity or make teens feel like they have to have sex to fit in is pressure from older partners, friends, and the media. Many things seen on television between sexually active partners show them not using contraceptives. A sexually active teen who does not use contraceptives is at a 90% chance of becoming pregnant within a year. Many teens who have sex don't use contraception at all or use it inconsistently. Nearly 1/3 of teenage girls did not use contraception the last time they had sex. This is a huge problem that could be prevented. More than 1/2 of teens say the main reason teens do not protect themselves is because of drinking or using drugs. Many teens feel pressure not to use protection. More than 1/2 of teens surveyed recently said that one of the main reasons that teens do not use condoms is because their partners do not want to. It is important that they put themselves first and their safety to prevent pregnancy and even STDs. With a better understanding of teen pregnancy, sexual activity, and the use of contraceptives among teens, I will now present the risks, disadvantages, and negative outcomes in teen pregnancy. Teen health professionals say becoming a parent during the teen years poses some serious health risks, not only for themselves but the unborn child. Researchers also say there are many disadvantages and negative results. Effects on the teen mother can be very serious and even fatal. Teen mothers are at much more of a higher risk for a variety of things than a matured adult. I will now explain these risks. Teen mothers are at higher risk of developing anemia because they are not fully developed. Also, pregnancy-induced hypertension, cervical cancer, and high blood pressure. Teen mothers are at a high risk to have a miscarriage. There are also many risks for the baby. I will now explain these risks. Babies born to teen mothers are more likely to develop fetal distress, SIDS. The baby can be more prematurely and have a low birth weight. The baby can have delayed development as it gets older. Becoming a teen parent has disadvantages. The teen mother and father lack preparation. Many things will be unsure of and have minimal experience, if any at all. There are changes and interferences involved with being a teen parent. Some changes include eating healthy foods. Pregnancy requires extra nutrients. Also, exercising can help you make you stronger for labor and delivery and help ease some of the discomforts of pregnancy. Teens should avoid things that can cause harm to the baby, such as alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. One thing babies interfere with is a lot of sleep. According to American Sleep Disorder Association, the average teenager needs 9.5 hours of sleep per night. With a baby in the picture, you are going to lose a lot of your sleep. Now you do not only have to take care of yourself, but you have a human life to take care of as well. Teen parents will not have time for things they used to do. There will be a sudden increase of major responsibility, and they may feel overwhelmed. Along with the disadvantages, there are many negative outcomes. The majority of teen moms are unmarried and undereducated. Nearly 80% of unmarried teen mothers end up in welfare, according to a national campaign to prevent teen pregnancy. More than half of all mothers in welfare had their first child as a teenager. 8 out of 10 fathers do not marry the mother of their child. The daughters of young teen mothers are more likely to become teen mothers themselves. Since teenage parents are undereducated, they are usually in a low-income bracket unless they have wealthy parents to foot the bill. This makes it harder for them to support themselves and their babies. Many will not be able to afford medical care. When the baby is a newborn, it is very important to get the right care and shots to prevent the baby from becoming ill. Being a teen mom limits their options of continuing their education. Children's Defense Fund says that there are 40 million teenage girls who drop out of school. Less than half of teen mothers will never graduate from high school, and fewer than 2% earn a college degree by the age of 30. Not only is having a baby expensive for teen parents, but taxpayers also have to pay out money. In the United States, teen childbearing costs taxpayers at least $9.1 billion, according to a 2006 report by Saul Hoffman. A new analysis from the National Campaign to Prevent Teen Pregnancy shows that teen childbearing in Maryland cost taxpayers $195 million in 2004. In Maryland, annual taxpayer costs associated with childbearing years with teen mothers included $44 million for public health care and $43 million for child welfare. Now that you have a better understanding about the risks, disadvantages, and negative outcomes of teen pregnancy, I will explain ways to lower high teen pregnancy rates and where to seek help. National Center for Health says that there are many ways to prevent teen pregnancy. I will now present you with ways you can protect yourself and your children from being a teen parent. Education is also vital and important with helping the youth know about their options when it comes to sex. Teaching teens about the use of contraceptions every time they have sex is very important. State and national teen pregnancy organizations and clinics like Planned Parenthood and Teen Challenge are there to guide, educate, and assist with the prevention and unexpected pregnancies. Abstinence should also be taught along with contraceptives so the youth understands that they have a right to choose. Teaching teens it is okay to say no to sex until they are ready is very important. After a decade of declining pregnancies among teenagers, the rate of teenage pregnancies increased. Becoming educated about teen pregnancy and how to prevent getting pregnant and protecting yourself against this common problem. It is with these thoughts that I would like to bring my speech to a conclusion. For the past few minutes, I have provided you with information about teen pregnancy. I explained the statistics and common risks for teen moms and their babies. I have outlined disadvantages and several negative outcomes that come along with this epidemic. I have also explained ways to protect yourself and seek help, wherever you can seek help. As for North County's class of 2009, most of the mothers and fathers of soon-to-be parents continued their education They did not drop out and graduated June 5th, 2009. They admitted it was going to be hard, but they were going to focus and not give up on themselves and give their babies a good life. Due to this, they were going to manage their time wisely, focus on their future, because you can't change the past.